Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 3455 Vista Ridge Drive here in West Lynn. We're located at the front of the home. We're just off to the left of the garage door here. Right behind the hedges, we have a 3-inch ABS cleanout as our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera, check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We'll have water running here in just a moment. Get this thing to go the right way here. All right, here we go. Alright, I just cambered back into the house here just to show this real quick. When I scoped out at first there, I hit some ribbed flex pipe, which is something that I mean, I have never seen that in 12,000 sewer scopes. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't in storm drain. So I cambered backwards into the home here. What the camera's scraping through there is a bunch of grease. So this is definitely the sewer line. I just wanted to show that there. Anyone else who watches the video, it's a very uncommon thing to see, and I'm going to refer out to a plumbing repair contractor to see if that's something that's even allowed to be in the ground there. But we're going to continue to scope out towards the street here. That's just something I wanted to show right off the bat. As soon as I saw that perf pipe there, I wanted to make sure that we were not in the storm drain. Anyway, we're going to continue on here, and I will show that here in just a second. Like I said, I've seen this in storm drains before, but I've never seen it in a sewer line. I've seen a lot of sewers. So I'm going to refer that out just to make sure that's something that's even allowed to be in the ground there. Generally, it's going to be a year of this, or a house of this age is going to be ABS or PVC or 3034 PVC. Got a small dent in the top of the pipe right there. Anyway, we'll get that checked out. But this does appear to be under the driveway area. Line transitions back over to ABS plastic. And what I'll do is I will put two very small white dots at either end of that section of flex pipe there, because it's going to be in the driveway. I don't want to mark it up like crazy, but I do want to put a marking, and I'll get a depth and everything in the event that that needs to be changed out. And it's also bellying out there. There's also an issue with it too. It has settled. Okay, right here at about 43 feet out, it transitions over to 3034. It looks like 6-inch, and we do have a root intrusion right here through the transition joint. So we will get that located on and marked on the way back out. I highly recommend a repair to correct that. At this time, it doesn't appear to be affecting the flow in a huge way, but a root ball that size is generally going to grow to a point where it's going to start catching debris and clogging up the line. Now, they can be temporarily corrected by doing drain cleaning, jetting, or augering, but the roots will grow back. And just up ahead here is the main lateral connection. You're at 78 feet out. I'm going to go do location to verify where the line terminates. And then we'll let the line drain out here completely before reeling back. And I'll mention the depth and locations of those two different spots there, the root intrusion and the perf pipe. Alright, located the camera head successfully. It goes out to the main lateral on Vista Ridge Drive. Goes down the hill there a little bit. The sewer line here is all drained out at this point. I'm going to go locate and mark this. I'll put a large white X on the ground. Hey, located and mark the root intrusion. If you're standing in the street looking at the house, the front of the home, the line is right at the front right corner of the property, just off to the right of the driveway. There's 3 large white trees up there, and I'm sure it's one of those trees there that's got roots through the line. So at this point here, I am locating it under dirt. It's fairly close to the driveway, but it's one of those that you may be able to dig down to it without tearing up the concrete. In a situation like this, though, where we've got good flow through here still, I would highly recommend looking into a pipe liner as your repair process, because that would not require any digging at all. I do recommend a repair there, though. And it's 9 feet deep. It's way the heck down there. So it's one of those where if you can do a pipe liner on it at that kind of depth and that close to the driveway, you're probably going to be money ahead to do a trenchless repair. But I would certainly look into both. Alright, here's our perf pipe. Or not perf pipe. It's ribbed flex pipe. Looks very similar to perf pipe. Anyway, it stops here at 13 feet. I just put a small white dot there. Right at the end. I'm picking the camera up there at about 2 feet 7 inches deep. And it starts here at about pretty much right on the dot at 10 feet. So it's about a 3.5 foot section of pipe there. And the first bit here has bellied out. You've got about 1.5 inches of standing water there at the first foot or so of the line, or that section of pipe. Right. Anyway, this section is definitely under the driveway area. Got some eggshells caught up in the ribs there. I don't love the belly here. I'm not seeing a whole lot of debris collecting at it, but there's enough standing water there with the kind of roughness of the rib pipe. Could lead to debris collecting here. I'm not seeing a whole lot of that. I'm going to look into this, make sure this is something that can be used in a sewer line in a circumstance like this. At this point, I don't know how many people are living in the home, but I see very little debris buildup here. It's a pretty short little belly. I mean, you're probably talking about 6 to 8 inches there. It's very short, and that's really the reason why it hasn't caused a whole lot of stuff to build up. Generally, it requires at least 5 feet of pipe with 1 inch of water minimum before you really start getting debris buildup in the line. Now, my biggest concern here is just making sure that the pipe that it's comprised of there is okay to exist in the ground. I've never seen it before in 8 years of doing this. Aside from that section there and the roots, the rest of the line's in good shape and functioning properly at this time. I do recommend a rescope after any repair work is done to check the work, make sure it looks good and was done correctly. And at this time, because we don't have any debris buildup in the line is functioning. It's not functioning properly due to the belly, and then those roots, once they grow a little bit further down into the flow line, you're going to start having that clogging up the line. It's going to catch debris as it comes through. That flex pipe is right underneath the bumper of my car here. Heading out that way. It kind of spans these 2 pads here close to the garage.